And there it is. Oh my god. It's finally time to give a long-awaited max level account tour. Starting off, I just want to give like a general idea of what I've been working with. And as you can see, I have, honestly, I would say a pretty good account. I would say that for 10 months, I think I've been pretty productive. I've pretty much logged in almost every single day. And if we look at my cookie collection, you can see that I'm only one soulstone away from Clouded Cream. This is future you talking, and as you can see, I just got enough soulstones from the Monster Menace chest in order to finally get Clouded Cream. Alright, back to the video. If we look at my cookie bonds, you can see that I've been pretty productive with it as well. I've been spending a bunch of my extra mileage on getting these soulstones, so I can get the extra attack mostly, because I'm focused on guild battle mostly, but it's also great for other pieces of content. And so, yeah, it's quite nice. And then for costumes, you know, I'm still missing quite a decent amount, but hey, when it comes to treasures, you can see that almost all of the epics are maxed, besides like the new ones that recently came out. But yeah, I've pretty much got all the important ones, and yeah, it feels great. One of the big things that I did want to point out is Arena. And the reason why I want to point out Arena is because in my previous videos, I have talked about the fact that I don't really like Arena, because I find it kind of tedious. But what I will say is, I got like one comment saying like, what, your account is however many months old and you haven't hit Grandmaster before? Isn't that, like, right? Of course they were trying to, it was kind of like a hateful comment. And so I thought to myself, okay, sure, I'll just try to hit Grandmaster. And on your screen right now should be a screenshot, or multiple screenshots, of me hitting Grandmaster this season. And when it becomes the last day, I'll be doing all of my refreshes to, for sure, try to hit Grandmaster, just so I can have the Grandmaster statue, and just so I don't feel the need to climb to Grandmaster for the future seasons. I just have the very typical team. I think I just took it from Dreakt. So I was just like, yeah, I just decided to copy teams. And yeah, this is the only team I use, and I use this exact same team for defense. One of the other teams that popped up was the Ice Yeti one, but my Ice Yeti is only 1 star, so it doesn't really work out for me. So I'm currently just using this one. Okay. Next up, this just has to do with this patch, but wow, I will say this event has been amazing. I am very sad that I didn't clear Master Mode faster, because the amount of Radiant Beast Kit dough is just insane for progression. And the guide I'd used to beat it was Chewie CRK's guide. And yeah, I mean, thank you, Chewie. Oh my god, I couldn't do it without you. And on the topic of Chewie, Chewie has also done a clearing hero cookie alliance in 48 days, which is insane. And I tried to copy the team. But yeah, I couldn't do it. The reason why I was so motivated to try and copy the team to clear hero is because from this chest I could get the soul stones that I needed. But you know, that's life. I probably won't be able to clear it in the 20 hours that I have left, which is, yeah, it's fine. Next season, it doesn't matter. My guild battle progression has actually been very insane recently. There was a guide that I think came out today, which is really funny how all of these things are coming together. There is a Red Velvet Dragon guide by Yubi for the Burning Spice team, and I decided to copy it. You can see my builds here, and it's a bit whack, especially because I don't actually have an electric damage topping, so yeah, it's really weird. And then because of Ascensions, I needed to kind of give Black Lemonade full raspberry, but you know, this team surprisingly I think does 3 bill, so alright, let's see. Yeah, so it does around 3 bill total. I'm hoping to make improvements in the future, but you know, I'm pretty happy as to where it's at. Next up is, of course, the Avatar of Destiny team, and of course I'm using the, I don't know, the team that everyone uses. And if we look at my battle log, yeah, I'm approaching 3 build damage, and I'm really happy for that. I was really hoping that also before level 60 I'd be able to hit the 3 bill, but you know, I'm not too bummed out because of how close I am. Yeah, and I'm pretty happy about my progress. But here we can look at my gear. We can see, very nice. Beast Kit, I mean, in the future I'd want to hope for higher rolls, and that would probably bring me to 3 bill, but it's currently not my priority. Next up, 49 cooldown, 12 attack speed, of course. I mean, this was great. I mean, I wish I could have a bit higher so I could get the 51 breakpoint, because I think 51% is also like super important, but I'm not too entirely sure. My creme brulee, it's a 7.7% cooldown, which is like the bare minimum. Very nice beast kit, by the way. I think in terms of efficiency, I think this is probably my best beast kit on my account. And then toppings are kind of whatever. I focused a lot more on getting the cooldown than the other stats, so yeah. Cream Ferret, you can see just the 41 cooldown with, I think the minimum was like 35 with like 10% attack speed, but because of how weird my beast kits are on my account, they have a lot more attack, sorry. And then finally, it's Coral, and Coral, yeah, I think the bare minimum was 44 or 43, I'm not too sure, and then of course some attack speed. So yeah, by far my best team. And then finally, I have the Living Abyss team, and the Living Abyss team is very standard. I think the guide that I got was from the Theory Crafters Discord, which, you know what, I'll actually link in the description so you can come join. In the guild battle guides, they give an idea of what you need for each topping, as well as an example video for like the rotation, and it's great. Helped me out a lot. I actually found out that I really suck at reading because like I don't know, I somehow messed up the rotation for like the past like ever since like the Living Abyss came back into the meta. I just couldn't read, and so I was doing the rotation wrong, and what would happen is my entire team would die and I would only get like 2 bill damage. But then I started reading and I actually like properly did the rotation, and yeah, here I am now with 4.5 bill, which is pretty good. I'm hoping in the future that of course I get to like 6 bill. I think 6 bill is kind of seen as like really good, but of course I need like the promotions or the ascensions here, and then the promotions for Frost Queen, as well as getting it to plus 30 for like the extra damage and stuff. And then my Twizzy, yeah, it's, I don't know, she doesn't have the best build. Yeah, I wish it could be better. Yeah, it's awkward, but you know, it does the job. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with my progression in guild battle, as it's been the focus of my account, as I like it the most, because it's never you versus another player sort of thing. It's just you versus yourself and your account. And I think, yeah, everyone is helpful. Like there's so many guides on like guild battle and stuff. It's very nice. And you're not looking at the same team like you do in Arena, so you know, no shade to Arena, but you know, I've kind of been looking at this exact same team for the past this past month, and it's frankly gotten just a bit tiring, but you know, it is what it is. Next up is the Chateaw, which I actually, funnily enough, finished recently because I kind of forgot that this content existed, and then I was like, oh, can't I just use the like the super broken team of course, yeah, of like these guys, except instead of Dark Cacao, it's with Awakened Golden Cheese. And yeah, I mean, that kind of cleared every single boss, so yep, I love power creep. Woohoo! I'm trying to think if there's anything else. When we look at my special episodes, you can kind of see that I have done everything except Cookie Odyssey, and honestly, a bit dumb for me. I thought that doing this quest was for like all 3 chapters, and so I never continued the story because I didn't want to press skip, and I only started doing it like yesterday. So yeah, so sucks for me, but you know, at least there's a lot more rewards that I can do in the future, even if it's a bit behind. Alright, I don't know if anyone cares about these stats, but I'm approaching 100 mil prosperity, which is pretty cool. And then of course I've cleared all the content. If we look down, it's very interesting. The amount of wishes I've done has definitely drastically slowed down, but more recently I've just started to do more because as I'm starting to do more major upgrades, I definitely need a lot more of the rarities. Yeah, we can see that I almost have 100%, and it's just because of a couple beasties stages that I'm only at like 2 stars, because I actually just can't be bothered to spend like the time to make the proper team for it and then clear it. So yeah, maybe just a bit lazy. Oops. Yeah. Prosperity, yeah, like I said. Ooh, I didn't realize that that's what you get. All right, I'll have to I'll have to do it after this video. And then, as you can see, I think this is probably the best way to show that I did indeed start January 21st. Yeah, and it's been great. Also, I don't know if you have watched my previous videos before, but I am completely free to play. We can see that I have no paid crystals. I don't really have another way to prove, but I just don't buy packs. I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm glad I haven't, because I would like to support the game. I haven't really felt a push to really spend. It's good for my wallet, but you know, in terms of supporting the game, you know, yeah. And then of course the event shop, I always buy the soul stones because I can get soul cores from them. And then more recently, I've actually been buying some of the toppings that I need, because I mean these toppings are kind of unmatched in their potential value or their expected value. Alright, I'm trying to think if there's anything left. Oh yes, of course, the Hall of Ancient Heroes. First off, yes, I still have the stereotypical, oh wow, yeah, all the heroes in the respective place. But a statue is actually level 60, which I think is actually amazing progress, because the max level is 80, and yeah, the upgrades now are taking so long. Now, before I leave, I almost forgot, of course, the Sugar Gnome Laboratory, which is probably the most important thing. When it comes to Kingdom, I have focused, of course, on getting the most important upgrades, such as the dashboard. I don't know, if anyone has not gotten the dashboard, please get the dashboard. But of course, faster production for materials. The storage used to matter, but not as much anymore. Of course, more material production. And probably the most important one is research efficiency, as well as craftsmanship. And so yeah, that's been like the only focus. Alright, onto my cookie upgrades. This might be a bit interesting in the sense that I'll just have to explain why I'm like focusing on ranged cookies. But besides that, of course, I have maxed out all like the important attack bonuses. Of course, like charge for PvP, bomber ranger for like PvE, same goes for like magic and ambush. Of course, got the all cookie attack bonuses. But yeah, of course, maxing out the all cookies buffs are by far the most important thing first. And more recently, I maxed out the Alliance Cookies attack bonus, just because sooner or later I will want to push into clearing hero mode. The reason why I am currently focusing on upgrading my ranged cookie HP bonus is because of Red Velvet Dragon, where I want to make sure that I have enough HP so that my Twizzly Gummy does not die when she casts her skill, because I don't have enough damage reduction right now, and I think even with the damage reduction line, there's still a chance I can die. So yeah, I just want to max this out so I don't have to deal with like the trouble later on. But yeah, you can see that I'm slowly working towards 5 out of 10 on everything, just because of how easy it is to get 5 out of 10 on everything. I try to think if there's anything I have left. One of the only things I can think of is an updated favorite cookies tier list. Of course, most favorite, Silverbell, the GOAT, my favorite. Next up, you know, I would actually have to say Stormbringer. I think Stormbringer's adorable. Of course, not as adorable as Silverbell, but getting pretty close. One of the cookies that has recently grown on me is Pinecone, especially because I've been using Pinecone more for Guild Battle. You know, I get to see the little guy a bit more, and pretty happy to see him. Woohoo! That's probably my top 3, which is, I don't know, I think it's probably basic. But yeah, really like those cookies. I really like cute stuff, like the cute cookies. So, and then favorite costume. Favorite costume would probably have to be this Stormbringer cookie one that I wish I had. Next up would probably be the Wind Archer one. But out of the favorites that I do have, of course, it's the White Lily one. I know one of the things that I talked about, at least in previous videos, is that I would be trying to do more guides. And I will just say that I don't exactly know what I want to do with this channel. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. One of the things that I might start to do is, like, whenever a new cookie comes out, I might do, like, gachas and stuff. Or, you know, I might just do continual updates. But we'll have to see. But yeah. Whew, that was a lot of talking. Alright, well, it was nice seeing you guys again, but, you know, I would be interested to know, what is your current account progression like? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to maybe like and subscribe? You know what, maybe not, who knows, I might spend like another half a year before I make another video. Alright, well, see you guys, bye-bye!